So for a little over a year on my channel, I spoke pretty openly about mental illness, which is a topic that is pretty close to my heart. But in this era 3, I like to think we've moved past being mentally ill or neurodivergent and have reached a happy, well-adjusted era. But how did I get here? This may surprise you, but I wasn't actually always like this. I wasn't always J-regular. I struggled with mental illness for most of my life. However, I no longer feel like that, and in this video, I want to explain why. I know a lot of my videos can be dark and dour, and indeed, a lot of my videos in YouTube in general follow that mold. I know a lot of my videos can be dark and dour, and indeed a lot of videos in YouTube in general can follow this mold. And I thought that this video could be a nice change of pace for the people who need to hear it. There are criminally few success stories when it comes to mental illness, and knowing this when I was younger, it really could have given me a lot of positivity in my life if I knew that this was possible, if this was the case, that you could get better and that there was a light at the end of the tunnel. So to be honest as well, I felt like I was platforming a lot of negative elements of mental illness on this channel, saying you should be autistic or schizophrenic or whatever. I feel like that was a bad idea. And I feel bad about that. And I want to just make sure people know that I'm being ironic about that. Obviously, mental illness is bad, and you shouldn't want to be mentally ill. And it's possible to get over it. It's possible to get over it as I did. I'm making this video to let you know that if you're in a position where you feel like life is extremely difficult and that things aren't going to get better, I want you to use me as an example that your life can get better and that you should keep trying to make it better because it's entirely possible. I really did feel for a long period of life that things weren't going to get better for me, that I would wake up every day feeling little to no joy, going through my days in a malaise, a haze, not looking forward to my future, regretting my past, but all of that has changed now. All of that has changed. I want to do this in one take, so I'm going to just go over there and zoom my script down. Bum, 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 bum. Right now, I can honestly say that when I think about my future, I feel confident that it will be a good one. I'm consulting my future right now. Looks good. I'm happy about it. When I think about my past, I feel for the most part gratitude for the experiences that have made me into who I am today. I can look you in the eyes and say without a hint of irony or a shadow of my doubt, I can look you in the eyes and say without a hint of irony or a shadow of a doubt that despite, or maybe even because of my struggles, I have found peace, I have found energy, I have found happiness. This is because I am in the midst of a hypomanic episode. All right, where to begin? One, I don't have bipolar disorder. I do not have bipolar disorder. I do not identify myself with having bipolar disorder, and thus I do not. That's how it works. I have hypomanic episodes. I have episodes that resemble mania, that resemble elevated mood, elevated focus, a lot of the pressured speech that you might expect for someone who is in the midst of a hypomanic episode. I do not have manic episodes where I become psychotic and become completely unreasonable. I think that I am plenty reasonable right now. In fact, maybe I'm even more reasonable, but you can't trust a manic person who's saying that, so whatever. Every fucking time I'm in the throes of one of these, I really feel like I figured it out. When I do, I tend to turn on my camera, ramble incomprehensibly about what I figured out, and then look at the footage later on when I feel how I normally feel, and then delete it. I delete this footage because I don't want you to see it, because I don't want you to know what's going on under the hood, and also because it's pathetic. I'm sick of this pathetic shit. Because I'm a man, and I know that. I know that I'm a man. I know that now because my brain's ticking, you know. Not that I don't feel like a man when my brain's not ticking, just that I don't feel like a person. You know what I'm saying? Like a human with an ego and an identity. Fuck. I am good right now. Let me just make that clear. When I'm saying fuck, I'm thinking about the rest of my life. That's what really gets me. Ooh, all right. I never learn. Not really. When I'm like this, I feel like I'm fixed. And I believe myself every time. I believe this notion that I am fixed now. I am fixed forever. This is going to continue indefinitely. But I am not stupid, and I am aware that that's not how it works. I know that I am not logically fixed. I know what goes up must come down. But I feel right now, and I'm going to try to take a second here because I'm a little wrapped up in the script. I'm a little being inauthentic in some ways because I'm reading too much off the script. I'm going to take a second. I feel like I'm fixed. I feel like I'm good, I feel like this is how I should be. I will be happy. I will live with joy and peace. I will make the friends I want to make, find the communities I want to be a part of, be kind, be loving, be thoughtful and strong. All of this seems so true to me now, and it will seem delusional by tomorrow morning. Delusional, if I can even sleep through the night. Delusional. I identify with this part of myself, this part that you see right now. This is the part that feels the most me. Hung out with my friends today. I think I acted perfectly, I felt like I was doing everything right. Every word I said was right. Everything I suggested was correct. It all worked out. I identify with this part of me. It's some of the only respite my brain gives me. This is me at my most me. And I know who I am, and I know where I'm going, and I know what I'm doing, and, I don't want to wear this. I don't want to wear...
This is very embarrassing. I wish I didn't do this. This is very embarrassing. I don't know. I think I was hot at the time. I think my body was running hot, so I found it more comfortable to take my shirt off. I really wish I didn't, but this is the rest of the video I do with my shirt off. And it comes in handy later on, you'll see why, but bear with me, because I really wish I didn't do that.
Yes, I want to be shirtless. Do I want to be shirtless? Do I actually want to be shirtless? I don't know. Good question.
Genuine pain. This causes me genuine pain. But here it is. One take. It's got to be one take, so. That's just how it's got to be.
You know why I'm doing this, by the way, is because I like how I look now. I don't normally like how I look. I think that normally I look quite bad. I don't like my face, and I don't like my body, and I find my proportions are out of sync.
Because, when you're manic, your dopamine is firing. Your ego is composed of dopamine. So, your ego is, way stronger. Normally I have, little to no ego, or, negative ego. When I'm manic, I'm my ego's pretty high. So I'm you think you look really good. Jeez. I wish I didn't do that.
Manic episode, I look pretty good. I look at myself. I almost understand these autosexuals. Not quite, but almost.
Terrible. I really hate this shit.
This video is a catastrophe, by the way, and no one should ever do this because you're not in the same position that I am, where I have the luxury and curse of being an avant-garde artist with a following. So if you feel like it's a good...
It's really fucking... I really hate that shit. Okay.
In your next manic episode, you know what? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what I say. You're not going to listen to me. Do whatever you want. I get to feel like myself 1 hour a week. That's how much I get. That's how much God gave me. An hour a week. The rest of the time, I don't know who that is. I believe I'm cured so strongly because I want to be cured so badly. I want this to be the turning point fucking already. Fuck. I want to stop being like this. I want to stop needing to write this or film this or do whatever masturbation shit I'm doing right now. I want to be done. I'm not a teenager anymore. Come on, I'm an adult. This isn't quirky. It's not cool. It's sad. It's pathetic. I am fucking old, man. I look at myself in the mirror. I have wrinkles. Fuck, dude, I'm not a quirky teen. I cannot do this shit anymore. I have to just be an adult, a healthy human being. Never happens. It never happens because I got bad genes.
This doesn't feel like me. I don't really resonate. I don't resonate with this guy. I don't know who this is. I mean, it's like somebody you know, but it's not them. That's probably how I would say it. But when I'm there, it feels more like me. It feels more like me.
Got the bad genes. I'm the youngest of 4 kids, and the genes just get worse every older sibling you have. The further down, you use up all the good genes on the first one, and then every generation afterwards, every sibling afterwards, you're scraping the bottom of the barrel. I want this phase of life to be over now. If it could end permanently forever, that'd be great. Problem is, I don't actually mean that because I like it. If this could be my new default state, that would be cool. That would be cool. That's what I mean. I guess that was written in the script. Yeah, I'm kind of going off script there, doubting my own.
I wrote this script when I was in a manic episode before this manic episode. And then I said to myself, next time I have a manic episode, I will record it. And that's what I did.
No, this is coherent. I want to use this energy productively. I want it to stay. I want the orchestra to keep playing. It's a little reference to an old video I made where I alluded to this feeling, but I never actually talked about it in detail. Why? Because people would rather live in shame, fear, and guilt with their illnesses than to talk about them in any way that resembles truth. If you want to talk to a bipolar person, they have to tell you, take your lithium, and, oh, I'm sick right now. I'm sick and it sucks. It doesn't fucking suck. I love this shit. This is the only part of my life that I truly love, and it lasts so little. This isn't true, by the way. I mean, I'm just saying shit. You should ask me this in a normal state so I can confirm or deny anything I say here. I don't want you to see this. That's why I delete it. Don't want your sympathy. Doesn't help. Don't even want your help. No form of help that you can give me would be useful. And even if you could give me a useful form of help, I wouldn't want it. I would not want your help. But this time is different. This time...
Don't even know what I mean by that. I don't know what I was imagining when I was saying that.
Just going to shamefully delete this footage. I'm going to film myself deleting this footage and upload that video to youtube.com, and that going to be some good art. I
agree with him there.
I like art.
That's a good
I don't know
concept.
if you know this or yet, but my life purpose is creating art. So this is what I find socially valuable. This is what I'm good at doing. I think. Yeah, I know. Why do I say I think? It's because I'm a big fan of having no ego, I guess. Like, just being completely egoless and never saying or putting myself out there in any way. And it has worn its welcome off. I'd rather have an ego. Having an ego is pretty cool. Successful people have egos, and unsuccessful people do not have egos. So I'm pro-ego, I would say, overall. I think there's a spectrum. Maybe I'll make a video on this. There's a spectrum between ego and anti-ego.
It's very easy to be pro-ego when you have a high ego. And it's very easy to be anti-ego when you have a low ego. That's what I've learned.
As the dopamine increases, as the serotonin increases, by the way, this makes my autism and schizophrenia both worse, neither of which I have, I'm normal. So the dopamine
save.
increases and your ego starts getting more and more solidified, right? And at the far end of the ego spectrum, you got like Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate, that motherfucker's in like a constant manic episode, but on the other end of the spectrum.
This also applies to Donald Trump and Mr. Beast. Anyone, you can just see the dopamine fucking firing in their head like at all times.
But no ego, unless he's like, actually, people love this. Spectrum, right? I would say I'm off compass towards the no ego side to the point of having an anti-ego. As soon as I notice my ego cropping up, having features, I seek to shut it off, destroy it. I don't know why, it's just my instinct. Now, I don't want to destroy it. I like my ego. My ego's good. Oh, thank you for coming back, ego. I love you. Please stay put. I think that ego is connected to dopamine. I think that, you snort cocaine. Not that I would know this. But, you do a drug that increases dopamine, and you're like, your ego is just so much more powerful, and you're like, I could kill a man.
I implied that I've snorted cocaine. I've never snorted cocaine.
Psycho, that guy's got dopamine. If you're watch American Psycho and say, OMG, literally me, you're a dopaminergic fella. You're a dopaminergic fella. No! I'm gonna keep up this, but it should be in one take. That's how the art needs to be done. That's how I'm gonna do it. I have a little line here where I pretend like this is a act.
Manic me has no respect for future me. Manic me knows that doing this is going to make future me cringe. But he's like, oh, whatever, it feels good in the moment. La, la, la.
Skip, but no one's going to believe me. And that's fine. I don't want them to believe me anyway. I guess at this point, it's just a matter of when the video zooms out and it's me in a dark room in a depressive state talking about, not talking about anything, just looking at this little file on his computer. And hope I fell in with the black magic.
Okay, now I'm pretty sure this is all pointless.
That was a big mistake that I made. It would be irresponsible of me to not talk about this. I manage my own bipolar disorder without pharmaceutical medication. I'm not going to make the case here why you should even consider doing this. I don't feel like making that case. I will show you, though, what I do. So this is niacin. It's called niacin. It's called B3 niacin. If you have schizophrenia, untreated. If you have bipolar disorder, untreated. Very similar illnesses, BT dubs. Try niacin. 500 milligrams is what I take, but this is it's kind of a high dose. You want to take enough to make you flush. When I take this, actually, you know what we're gonna do? This is a great idea. Okay, I'm going to take it. And I'll just stay on until the fucking manic episode ends. Yo, okay. This is a great idea. I'll explain more about what I'm doing later. Actually,
when you take niacin, you flush. So let's pretend that's why I had my shirt off, so you can see it flush throughout my body. Okay, let's do me a favor and pretend that's why I did that. All right.
I should specify here that. Okay, first of all, I'm 6'2". Before you start saying I'm not jacked, because I'm not jacked.
Shut the fuck up.
But I am 6 foot.
Jesus Christ.
Actual market value in a manic episode.
Stop.
Really, one take. So I have to be kind of judicious about what I say, but I really want to say more. Penis size above average.
Shut the fuck up.
That's not even what I was not saying. Like, that's not even that above average.
Okay.
You know, decently above average. Not huge. Okay. Above average. Decently. Like, not decently above average, but not huge. Not huge. So the pill I just took, and I'm doing this fucking live because socially valuable. The only thing that makes me not kill myself is knowing that I am socially valuable. So that's why I'm doing this. If it makes you uncomfortable, I'm sorry. Really, I am. But I did the calculus. I believe that this is more socially valuable than it is socially harmful. Write a Twitter thread about why it's bad. I don't give a fuck. I'm so sick of you, all right? Do it. Write the Twitter thread. I don't give a shit. I did the calculus. I believe it will be more social.
What am I even complaining about? I really don't think anyone's going to do that. And even if they do, like, why is it bothering me so much?
Valuable and possible social harm. Maybe I could do it better. I don't see you doing it. Post about it on Twitter. Don't give a fuck. I took niacin. Why did I take niacin? I believe that niacin is helpful for my manic episodes. Why do I believe this? I think, okay. I'm completely off script, ran out of script, that's fine. It's not good to have manic episodes. This was a tough pill for me to swallow, actually. I love having manic episodes, dude. I really enjoy them, and I don't get to feel good about my life very often, so it fucking hurts to end it. Because I don't want it to go. It's like I am finally who I have wanted to be my entire life effortlessly. And then it goes away because I make it go away because I take the niacin, and the niacin ends it. Very strange, by the way, this niacin stuff. I found out about it because I found out about it, and basically, I use it on myself. It works like a fucking charm, dude. It works like a charm. If
I successfully withheld information there, and you can tell it was extremely difficult for me to do.
if you suspect that you are bipolar or schizophrenic, or even, I don't know, I would say it's even worth trying if you're just depressed. I look into it, obviously, do your own research. I wouldn't even say, I cannot in good conscience, I cannot like say that you should ask a doctor about niacin, because doctors are not trustworthy in Canada. I do not trust fundamentally doctors in Canada. I do not think that they are good.
Someone's getting a little too based, J-Regular. Be a little more normal.
Bad vibes about doctors in Canada. Cannot speak to the other countries. If you're in another country, sure, check with your healthcare professional. Maybe even if you're in Canada, but just take it with a grain of salt. Whether or not, more spending or less spending is the solution to that, I'm not gonna get the fuck into that, okay? I'm just saying right now, healthcare bad. And the anti-centrist perspective is either more or less spending would fix that, so that's what I believe. This is probably the video where it becomes very clear that I'm LARPing as a normal person, and it's true, I am. I cannot make myself fucking normal. I can't. I tried, I'm not. I'm not even sad about it either. Like, at some point I guess I was sad about it, but you can only be sad about something for so long before you mourn and you accept. I'm pretty happy that I am not normal, to be honest. This normality shit, I look at what it does to people. Holy fuck. Not for me. Not for me. I lost track of what I was saying. Oh, niacin, right. The side effect of niacin is you get a flush when you take it. If you're schizophrenic, you might have an altered reaction to this flush. If you're schizophrenic or you've got a schizophrenic or schizoadjacent brain, then
I said something.
You might have
I remembered that I said, and I skipped over it.
To weed or psychedelics or niacin, and you can check that by taking niacin. I'm not exactly sure how different, but anyway, so I took niacin. It typically takes, I don't know, it can take up to an hour for it to kick in. So if I have to speak here for an hour, I'll speak here for an hour. That's fine.
It kicks in quicker than that.
But yeah, so if you take enough to make yourself flush, at least in my experience, this might not apply to you. Maybe it'll make something worse for you. I don't know. I'm not a fucking doctor, okay? I'm just telling you my own experience. If I take it, I give it some time, then the niacin flush kicks in, and basically you get kind of red and itchy all over. And then as that effect takes place, I find myself able to sleep. Something very traumatic and bad happened to me. That's not even the right way of saying it, but I can't talk about it, so I'm not going to talk about it. But something bad happened a few years ago, and I stopped being able to sleep for a while, and I started getting a little psychotic. And the only thing that allowed me to be able to sleep, I would just stay up through the night. My mind was racing. I didn't understand what was going on at the time. But to be clear, I've had effects, I've had these symptoms since I was at least 17, and before that I had mental illness symptoms since as long as I can remember, which is kind of comforting for me, because I never had a point where I was happy, which is, thank God. I know so many depressed people who are like, I was so happy when I was 15. I cannot relate. Can't relate. I was not happy when I was 15. I was always like this. And that's a relief. Big relief, TBH. Anyway, I took the niacin because you're not supposed to allow a manic episode to continue, because it harms your brain. And every manic episode you have, it's easier for you to have another manic episode. So I don't want that, obviously. I want to be healthy and normal. I don't actually, but I want to be functioning, I suppose. And so take niacin. And now we wait. We wait for it to kick in. Could take an hour. Maybe I should pause the video. Maybe I should come back to it. Do I have enough material to keep you entertained for for
Yeah, spoiler, I don't.
head to see if the niacin flush works. Will it work? Do I give up? Is this even going to happen? I'm not exactly sure. I wonder if there's anything I missed. Or, Nick, and this has to be one take, I'm going to say incriminating things. I'm going to say things I should not say on the internet. Is myself doing or saying something, I want to expose it and kill it in the sunlight to return to void or nothing or something. A chart. That one I do, I guess, resonate with a little bit because people like, you know, whatever. But even like, not really. You know, none of these really resonate with me. Where was I going with this? I guess, like, none of them resonate with me because I am none of them. I don't know who I am. End it. Not good to have a manic brain, obviously. I wonder if it is kicking in. No, I mean, it's part of the reason I'm filming it is because I want it to be obvious when I'm flushing. I'm not flushing right now. Niacin, godsend, pharmaceuticals. All I can say is I don't trust them because I am paranoid. Ooh, it is working. Okay, so I'll describe what's happening. Bit of like chill or something running down my back. I don't get a lot of blood flow to my head. And you can sort of tell like my hair is receding. I think that is a blood flow problem. But when I take niacin, part of what it does is it opens up the capillaries, right? So blood rushes into places where it can't normally get to. For me, I feel it in my scalp a lot. It's really weird. It's like my scalp capillaries open up and blood pours in. Again, not a doctor. Don't use this to solve balding. And I should say, like super high doses of niacin. This is a trade-off I'm willing to make, by the way, but very high, like over 3 grams. I took 500 milligrams, by the way. Have been linked to basically demethylating your liver, which means that the ooh, okay. So you should take trimethylglycine, I believe, with niacin. You should try that. So as to avoid demethylating your liver, because that's bad. That'll cause elevated liver, serum liver or something. Yeah, like elevated serum liver. I don't know if you can see it yet, but right now it's like, no, you can barely see it. I will call your attention to it when it is more visible so that you don't think I'm making shit up. What was I saying? I will say I can get a lot deeper into a thought, or at least follow that thought for a lot longer than I normally could when I'm in this state. Why can't I enjoy life, you know? Right now it's like underneath my lips, like this. I'm as well. I don't like my brain burning, so I take the niacin. Maybe it's wrong. Why didn't I find out about niacin? Why didn't any doctor tell me about niacin? Why did I have to go on the internet to figure this shit out? How come I had to be my own doctor? That's not fair. It doesn't make any sense. I had to research, I guess, the equivalent of like years worth of time in order to find niacin, and niacin helps. Niacin's amazing. It cures me. But it doesn't cure me. It just makes me normal, and being normal isn't fun. And I was reading the Unabomber Manifesto yesterday, 2 days ago, to fit the system. And that's probably what's going to happen more and more, rather than people changing the system to fit human nature. You know, like humans will put the brain chip in their skull to make money and stuff. Yikes. It's midnight, and I'm also losing energy rapidly. But I don't know. This is like a case study or something. It's like an experiment. I wonder if this is obviously maybe a little delusional. I think no, it's not delusional. I just don't believe myself. It'd be cool if this, because I haven't seen anybody do anything like this. It'd be cool if it had some sort of social value. I don't know.
connecting what I say here to what I said earlier, where what brings me life is providing social value. Yeah.
Simultaneously, I feel less manic and I'm less tweaked about explaining this very, I don't know, kind of mundane thing to you.
If it's not clear, the niacin flush as it progresses is killing the mania, so I'm getting more and more tired and less dopaminergic.
That's the thing. Okay, now it's wearing off. So maybe I'm like, I always do this thing where like, when I'm in the manic episode is like so important. I gotta tell everybody about it. And then I get out of it. I'm like, that was not special or worth talking about or interesting. And that's probably why I haven't talked about it, to be honest. It's like, who gives a fuck? Seriously. I guess other bipolar people, but I'm not bipolar. I guess other people who have experienced hypomania or something like it, maybe just people who have a parasocial relationship with me and want to feel closer. Yeah, so scratching my balls. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
I was hoping I would find that part and skip past it, but no, yeah, that makes all parts of you itchy. That's what I'm getting at here.
I can't see my back, but I assume there's parts of it that are red, maybe. Yeah, this is niacin. My nose is really red. That's niacin. I guess all I'm doing here is proving that niacin makes me itchy and red. Okay. The reason I'm scratching my balls is because it makes it. I don't need
to hear this. We don't need to hear this.
I guess I'm at it like the idea of there's like one way to engage with mental health. This was like the whole thesis of my second era, but I don't know if anyone got it. There's one way to engage with mental health, and the only way you can engage with mental health is like very like like neurotic, overly sensitive way where you like worry about language and you worry about saying the right thing, and it's like it fucking sucks because I am the one sick and you are telling me how I can talk about my own illness. Fuck off. Seriously. Okay, I actually do hate that specific thing that I'm describing. Okay. Like 60 or 70% gone. Love being itchy. I often like have scratch marks all over my body after I do this shit. Certain subsection of people who watch this the whole way through and are disgusted or whatever or weirded out. But I don't think we have made it to this point. So it's weird. I just feel gratitude towards anyone watching right now. Because I guess it's a little weird. Like, I appreciate you watching. And I hope I've given you some social value. I really like that term, social value. Because, like, I really feel like it describes a lot of the meaning I get in life, providing value to others. And I also get into this loop of, like, I wish that people provided me value, I mean, some people do. But, like, I just wish, like, it was more of a common thing in between people. You have to really try to form those kinds of relationships. This anymore. I do feel gratitude for the people who watch me, because this is crazy. This is like insane shit, and like the only difference between me and a homeless schizophrenic is I have a camera and people who watch me. To justify my existence, like I know that a lot of people watch me and they're like, am I enabling this shit? Just be healthy. Like, fuck, man, I'm trying. Or at least it's the best I can do. I can go into a drugstore, pay $10, get some niacin. I'm good wherever I am. But I think we are all more or less a mess. I know that whatever this is going to invoke a lot of reaction, and I'd love to just go over all those reactions and address them one by one in a way that puts them all to rest, but I'm not going to be able to do that. All I can do is my very best. This video was my very best attempt at making an art piece about bipolar disorder or hypomania or whatever. And none of it was real. I was acting the whole time. I wasn't acting about the niacin. It actually does make you flush. But I was making up all that other stuff about being hypomanic. Yeah, that's right. Oh, man. This is the first time I've tried a niacin flush before. And I gotta say, it is quite itchy. It's quite itchy. Yeah, you just got owned. You just got owned. Although I am genuinely very tired because that first half was a lot of acting. And, wow. I heard about niacin from my bipolar friend who I based this acting piece off of. And I know him very well. I imitated his style and speech. And yeah, so there you go. I don't know why I do this shit, you know? I guess because I value like artistic expression. I want to get better as an artist, and part of that is like embodying different people with different struggles. Obviously I've had depression in the past. I haven't had depression like in the last few years. Really, I've had obviously low points, but not depression. Not what I would describe as depression. But yeah, I don't resonate with bipolar disorder. I've never had a manic episode. I have a loved one with a major mental illness, but anyway, point is, niacin makes you itch a lot. My friend claims that niacin helped him, so I don't know, maybe it'll help you. And yeah. Gonna delete the footage now. Don't really want to go. Don't really want to go, but I should. I should go. Should go. Yeah. Yeah, no, this was a good ending. Satisfying. Wraps things up. Bye! To the recycling bin I go!
There we go. And that's that.